Hey, welcome into another episode of Whoosh here with me, Louie. I know I owe the last 4 parts of the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering booster box opening that I started. I'm going to be getting that out probably around next week. Right now, I'm recording this video because I got a couple of books back in that I think are absolutely awesome, courtesy of Bobby's Retro World, and I cannot thank Bobby enough. He's a great friend of mine. He helps make so many of my collecting things come true and inspires me to collect other things as well. Instead of just collecting grails from comics, collect other things that matter. Collect artwork, collect remarks or sketches with the books, do that kind of stuff. So I can't thank him enough. But let's jump in and see what I got back. So, at Little Giant Comic-Con this year, they had a lot of people there to meet. I think I've shown off the art from Chris Campana on here before for Spirits of Vengeance. Coming up at Terrificon, he's going to be there. I'm going to actually try to get an original sketch from him done for probably Spider-Man-ish, maybe. We'll see. But I'm super stoked for that. But there was an artist there, or an artist/writer there, that I was super pumped to meet. If you've watched my channel enough, you know that I absolutely love the Venom run from 2018 by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. A few years back, I did buy a second printing of Venom number 3, the first appearance in Null, signed by both Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. I did try to meet them at Fan Expo Boston one year, but they just weren't at their table, so I didn't have a chance to meet them, which is totally fine. It happens. But Little Giant Comic-Con actually had Donny Cates there this year, which was super awesome. So it was really cool to get to meet him and talk to him a little bit about seeing Null on the big screen and getting his initial reaction to that. He was really nice, very personable, and talked for quite a bit. So he was really cool. And a couple of things that I ended up getting from him, specifically from the con. He was the big reason I was going to the con in the first place. I got this book right here. This is Venom number 1 from December 2018. Donny Cates story, Ryan Stegman and J.P. Mayer cover and art. This is the 5th printing cover. It's a sketch cover, and it's really awesome. And when I met him, I wasn't sure if I was going to grade this or not. To be completely honest, I know I had Bobby there to witness it, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to grade it, even though that was my original intention. But then I saw the way the blue kind of popped on the cover with this, and I love it. And I didn't have a Venom number 1 from that run signed. So this made a really cool piece that I'm super pumped to have in my collection. I legitimately could not be happier about this. It is awesome. And I'm super pumped. So this is the first book, which I think is amazing and awesome, and came back a 9.6 for something that was sitting in some back bins over at Nick's Comic Strip, and I found one day and I was like, I'm gonna buy that. So very pumped, very stoked. So again, if you're ever in the Danvers, Massachusetts area, go check out Nick's Comic Strip on 114. They are awesome. There's a really good selection of books. And like I said, I picked this up from one of their back bins. It came back a 9.6 and got it signed by Donny Cates. So that was cool. But the reason I made this video in the first place, because I was super pumped about the whole thing, was I had an idea of wanting to get a Venom sketch from Donny Cates at the convention. And again, shout out to Bobby's Retro World and Bobby. He was there before me. He met Donny Cates before I did. And he managed to get this sketch and remark done by Donny Cates on this book. So I'm pretty stoked. It's a Venom drawing from Donny Cates. And while this is Venom number 1 from July 2018, so this looks like the cover. This looks like a I think I just thought in my head this was someone else's Venom book. It's not. This is Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman's Venom book. So we all just learned something here. I literally thought it was a newer version. And I'm not going to cut this because I want you to see my honest reaction to me realizing that right now. Yeah, Bobby had gotten this done, and he was like, I know this is something you wanted. I got it for you first thing, like, and I genuinely couldn't be more stoked to add this to the collection. I know I said earlier Bobby's kind of influenced my decisions to collect some comics a different way, sort of. This is one of those ways, with getting a blank cover and getting a drawing done on it that makes it an original piece of art. If you watched my video about Rhode Island Comic Con last year, I got a facsimile of New Mutants 98. It was a blank cover. I got a sketch done on it by Fabian Nicieza for Deadpool. I'm looking at it right now on my wall, and it says the only thing smaller than Rhode Island are the royalty checks I get from these reprints. So to me, that's an original piece of art that I have now, done by him. This is an original piece of art I have done by Donny Cates, and I genuinely could not be more excited, especially now that I know this is from the Donny Cates Ryan Stegman run. That to me makes it 20 times cooler. I'm super, super pumped for this. I cannot thank Bobby enough. This book is amazing. So, I just kind of wanted to get on here and show off some of these really amazing books that I had the chance to get signed and even sketched by Donny Cates at Little Giant Comic Con. So, I say it all the time whenever I talk about this run. If you haven't had the chance to read this run, please do. It is fantastic. It made me a Venom fan. As a 90s kid, I probably did a disservice to all comic book fans everywhere and was not a huge Venom fan. But now I love Venom. I loved the King in Black run. I love Null. Did not necessarily love Null in Venom The Last Dance. Kind of hoped for a little more there, but it was cool to see him on the big screen. So, super pumped. But like I said, I'm stoked for this, and I cannot thank Bobby enough. As for the Final Fantasy video I owe you all, I know I owe it. I will get it out within a week or two. I promise you that. It's going to be all 4 parts, all put together, and I'll give my whole thoughts on buying a complete booster box of Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering. But until then, we'll catch you next time. Thanks!